container, a particular flex item. So there's align self. Align self, the values include auto, stretch, flex start, flex end, and it's similar to align items, but this is for one individual flex item. Yeah, that is the
It's not
children.
audible, please.
Hello?
I said, it's not audible. Your voice is society.
Okay, okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Um, can you hear me well now? Can you hear me
Yes, we can
better?
hear you.
Okay, all right.
Yes.
So moving on, it is similar to align items, but for one individual flex item. Okay. For example, if we set align items to center, but we want one of the items that is centralized to be aligned to the top or bottom, we can use align self for that particular to get that particular stuff done. Okay. And then we also have order. Uh, it specifies the order a flex item should appear inside the container. I think this note, I'll write this as a note and send it later to the Discord server, to the Discord channel. I'll send you later, but please, if you can pen down, what I'm saying, it will be helpful, right? So we have flex shrink and flex grow. So those ones help to specify how much flex items can shrink or how much they can grow. And then we have flex basis. We can use flex basis to define base width. You get, all right. So um let's look at examples for let's look at examples for um Flexbox. Okay, let's just make a quick example. So let's say we have HTML and then closing tab too. HTML. Come on. And then we have let's say we have in here we have a div, for example. Let's say we have a div, and in this div we want to have, let's make this our container, which is the let's give the class of container. I think let's collapse this JavaScript size so that I can have enough space. Can you all see my screen? And can you hear me so far?
Yes, yes,
All
but
right.
we can hear you.
Okay. All right. So this is our container. And then we are going to have another div for each item, for our flex item. So this is going to have a class or item. Let's close this. This, then let's name this one. Then let's copy this, paste there as much as possible. Let's have 5. Is enough. So we have 3, and then we have 4, and then we have 5. Okay, where is this div closing? Oh, my bad. Div. Basically, Okay, so this is our container, and uh, this is our container, and so this is going to be the parent element for all these children, which are the items. So now let's just give it like basic. Should I say styling? Okay, let's set uh our container to be let's give it a background color. Oh, color of 80. And let's give it padding of 10 pixels in between them. And then for our flex item, uh, we're going to give it background color uh, of let's see, let's FF69. We should say. Okay, her name is background color. Okay, and then let's a little bit of padding of 30 pixels. 30 pixels, and then a margin of 30 pixels. And then we are going to give it a font size, um, font size of 30 pixels too. I think 30 pixels should be. All right. So we can already see our uh we can see our layout already looking nice. So for us to get to to make hello.
About the background. Can you go back?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I
Okay, the
can hear you. I
screen
should
is a
go back.
bit distant.
Yes.
Okay, all right. Okay, let me
Okay,
see
so
if
you
I
know.
can
No,
increase.
just feel that.
Okay, because I think it's better you do it yourself so that you can also be seeing the output. Okay, I want us to also see the output. Okay, for us to get this to be flex, as I said, we'll set the parent
This one.
elements. Is anything the problem? All right. We'll set the container to have a display of flex. Okay. Uh-oh, I forgot to close this. Yeah. So once you set it to flex, uh we can already see that is stuff. You can already see it's already flexed, like it's already in a row kind of uh position. And as I said the other time, if you do not set flex direction, it's going to be set defaultly to row. Okay. So for example, so flex direction is to say, oh, I want this to go have a certain chassis direction. So as I said, if you don't specify it, the default value for flex is row. So let's say we want this to be column. Yeah, you can see that it goes to column. Okay, you can see that it becomes column. So let's use another thing we can check out is row reverse. Let's direction. Let's use row reverse. So you can see instead of it to start from one, it's automatically reverses and starts from five. And then it was starting at the beginning, but now like it's coming to the end. Yeah. So let's just leave this at row for now. Okay. So let's check out justify content. Let's check out justify content. Okay, I forgot to ask, is everybody following along? I can see you combine figures and letter. Background color, I don't know much about it. Isa, except you missed the class, I remember talking about background color in basics of CSS. Yes, I remember talking about background color. I don't know. Background color basically is to give color to the background. Basically, if you have a container and you need it to have a color, you set the background color to whatever color you like. I can see you combine figures and letters. Where is that exactly? Are you looking for the colors? I spoke about hex colors the other day too, and I said that you should go and read on it. And if you have been doing your assignment, I am sure you must have understood it by now. All right. But please, if you don't understand hex colors, you can go and read on it. I don't want to go deep into hex colors. Let's do what we came here to do. Okay. So I spoke about the values for justify content. There was flex start, flex end, center, space between, and space around and space evenly. So let's say we want this to be centralized. Yeah. So you can see that all our items are now our flex items are now centralized in the container. So, right. So there are other justified content values. For example, we have space. Which one should we start with? Let's use space around. So space around gives even spacing in between the flex items. If you add this and this, it will be the same, should I say, width for this in between here. Space around basically adds even space, like round. So let's try space between. So space between adds spaces in between the elements, in between the items rather. So that's what space between does, basically. So I'm trying to run through this because we have, okay, so space, I've already talked about space around. Which one have I not talked about? I think space evenly, yeah. So space evenly adds even space in between everything. Right. So that's basically another one. So let's also look at align items. Let's align our items to flex end. Example. Okay. Wait, wait, wait. Okay. So if you align this, let me see this person effect. Why is this right there? Okay. Okay. I think this is for the This is vertical. I think for the main axis. Oh yeah, this is for the cross axis. This is for the cross axis. Yeah, I think flex end is for the cross axis. Justify content is for the main axis. So let's go to uh flex item properties, some of them. So let's say we give this let's name this item one. Let's give that a class of item one instead of items. So let's say we want item one, we want the class of item one to what do you want it to do? What to do? Let's say we want it to align, let's say align cell to let's say stretch. Why is this working? Am I doing something wrong? Oh, hey, I think network also. I think something is wrong with the network. Um, let us switch. Okay, I think it's working now.
I think it's not safe.
So let's just switch to WP schools for now. So, so they are giving the example kind of what I gave, and then the properties, flex item properties, and then this is order, specifies the order of the flex items, and we can see flex grow. I said flex grow and flex things to specify the extent to which a property can grow or shrink. Okay, an item can grow or shrink. So this is shrink, basically. And then I don't know what's wrong with code pen. Okay, all right. So and then we have align self. Yeah, yeah. So those basically, yeah, it you can check it out later. So we still have a long way to go. So I said I'll be talking about Flexbox and animations basically. All right. So for basic animations, let's start animations now. All right. Does anybody have any question? Let's use VS Code. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So just a short example. I have already prepared. Where can you get the previous classes recordings? We have a YouTube channel. You can ask for it later. It will be provided to you. There's a YouTube channel where you can get all the recordings. Okay. So we could use VS Code. I will use VS Code when I want to start a new project. I have a project I created that combines Flexbox and animations. As I'm not doing much with it because the project they are going to build something, nice to work on. Thank you very much, Chiku Obed, for replying this question. All right. So going back, basics of animations. CSS animation allows animation of elements of HTML elements without using JS. In this chapter, you will learn about the following properties. You learn about keyframes. You learn about animation name, animation duration, delay, iteration count, direction, animation timing function, animation fill mode, and animation. Yeah, a lot of properties that cover animation. All right. As I said, it's not compulsory, you know everything. There are a lot of properties in CSS. Just practice, practice, practice. So if you keep practicing, you will know what you need at a specific time. All right. So this is showing browser support for animation. This is the table to show browser support. Um, so this is it. You can come back to check it out later. I don't think I want to go through this. Um, CSS, what's wrong? An animation lets elements gradually change from one style to another. You can change as many CSS properties as you want and as many times as you want. To use CSS animations, you must first specify some keyframes for the animation. Keyframes hold what styles the elements you have at play at certain times. And what are keyframes? The keyframes rule is when you specify CSS styles inside the keyframes rule, the animation will gradually change from the current style to the new style at certain times. To get an animation to work, you must bind the animation to an element. We'll look at this in a hands-on session that I'll start soon. But this is just theoretical. I'm just reading it to you so that you like get an idea of what it all means. So the following example binds the example animation to the div element. And what else? What else? The animation is supposed to last for 4 seconds and it will gradually change the background color of the div element from red to yellow. Okay, so this div is the element we want to apply the animation to. And here we've set the animation name and then we've set the animation duration. All right. So we basically want the background color that is red, it is set here to be red. So that's like the initial value. So in our keyframes, you're going to name it, you can just give it any name. You're going to name it the animation name. And the animation name for this one is example. As you can see, example was specified here. So from background color, which is red, which was set here as the initial value to background color of yellow. Okay. So this is an example of how you can, use keyframes. We'll be using keyframes later on during the hands-on session. Okay. So what else? What else? What else? Then the following example, this is another way you can also use keyframes. What's wrong with my scroll bar? So another way you can use keyframes. So this example will change both the background color and the position of the div when the animation is 25% complete, 50% complete, and when the animation is 100% complete. So this is the code for it, basically. So the animation duration is 4 seconds, and they are saying that at 0%, let's say have the initial background color, which is red and which is set to this, and then at 25%, let's change to yellow, then at 50%, the blue, green, and then finally let's be red again. Okay. Moving forward, now let's look at the what else, what else, what else, what else. Let's look at delay, how to delay an animation. The animation delay property specifies a delay for the start of an animation. The following example has a 2 seconds delay before the animation. For example, we can see here on this element, the animation duration is set to 4 seconds, but then it is to be delayed for 2 seconds before starting the animation. Note that negative values are allowed, and if using negative values, the animation will start as if it has been playing for end second. If the following in the following example, the animation will start as if it has been playing for 2 seconds. All right. So that's just like an overview. Then to set how many times an animation to run, use the animation iteration count property. This is to specify how many times you want what are they calling it, the animation to run before it finally stops. I think you can set any value you want, any time, or you can set it to infinite. If you want your animation to run infinitely, like it shouldn't stop so long as you're on that page. You can set it to infinite. Okay, so so this example uses the value infinite to make the animation continue forever. So that is just an example. Then to run animation in reverse direction or alternate cycle, you use the animation direction property and the animation direction property. I don't know what's wrong with my scroll bar. I don't know. I'll be spreading it. So the values include normal, reverse, alternate, and alternate. Normal is for the animation to play as normal, and this is default. If you don't set any value for animation direction, it's going to be set defaultly to normal. Reverse is that the animation should be played in a reverse direction, and alternate is that it plays forward then backwards, then alternate reverse, it plays backwards first then forward. Okay, so that's just a basic overview of it. Then to specify the speed curve of the animation, we have the animation timing function. So this property specifies the speed curve of the animation. For example, if you want your animation to start out maybe slow and end up being fast, you get you want it to start with the same speed from start to finish, you want it to have a slow end, slow beginning, whatever. There are lots of values like ease linear, ease in, ease out, ease in, out. All right. Then you have cubic bezier. I think that one allows you to set your own specific values in a cubic bezier form function. You can also like read more on that later. I think there are also websites where you can have this curve where you can adjust your own curve to see. There are websites for cubic bezier. I think I don't know how
Um,
send this to somebody asking a question.
yes, can I please execute the program so that I can see it? Execute
You
it.
say
Can I please execute the program?
execute which programs?
Animation. Can I run the
The
program? So
animation program.
can I run the program so that I can see it?
As I said when I was starting animation, I said I am going to explain an overview of it. And when I'm done explaining the overview, I'll start working on a project that has animation. Once I'm done explaining, I will start with the project. All right.
Okay, I understand. Thank
Thank you
you.
very much. Okay. So Cubic Bezier allows you to define your own values. Yes. And then what else? What else? What else? So the fill mode for animation, you have animation fill mode. The CSS animations do not affect an element before the first keyframe is played or after the last frame is played. The animation fill mode property can override that behavior. So these are the values for it. So there's forwards, backwards, and then there's both. You can you know, check them out. Then there's the animation shorthand property. So the animation shorthand property is just animation. Okay, so the shorthand property has the following values. There's animation name, animation duration. If you do not want to write them all out like this. Let's see here. If you don't want to write them all out like this, and just write animation name, example, then the duration, the timing function, animation delay, iteration count value, and your direction value. You can come to W2 schools and check out how to, you know, how to write the shorthand, or you can write it as a note, whenever. Okay. So moving on, I think that's basically it. So let me check Hotel. I'll share the link to the um I'll share the link to some of to what we are going to work on today. So yesterday I created something so that we just start as soon as possible without having to, you know, let's just start because it's quite much. I don't know if we're going to finish on time. So let me share the pen link on the chat. You can open it and you can see. I told everybody in the Discord to start with a fresh, to come with it like a fresh new workspace so that we can start. All right. So I talked about pixels the other day. I don't know if you're able to get free pictures from Pexels. So you can go to Pexels and then you can get four pictures. Just get four pictures in the folder you're going to be working with. Create this folder I'm going to be working with. It's called Flexbox examples. You will just create your asset folder and then you put all your downloaded pictures here. You can get 4 or 5, whatever. So what we are going to be creating today is for some sort of, that's a travel agency. So that's the example. All right. So for today's class is no dulling. I'm going to give till 3:50 for us to get images on our assets folder. So by 3:50 we'll start um we'll start working. Okay. So yeah. Um so please go to Pexels, download like 4 pictures, whatever you want. Maybe you want associated with travel would do so that you can use it in your project and create a folder in your work folder and then make assets and like put it there. As I said in the last class, this asset folder is where, okay, Yunus, can you hear me? Okay, you want to
Yeah,
say something?
I can hear you. While they are at that looking for the pictures, I want to
Okay,
bring your attention to something.
okay,
The code pen link that you drop, your work on it appeared twice. I think you copied the HTML element twice.
okay, twice.
Yeah,
Okay, what do you mean? Okay. I see what you are talking about. I see. Okay. Let me just remove that and save it again. Thank you very much for specifying.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, all right. I think this is it.
Are you going to send me a link again? Oh shit. Oh, shit. Hello?
Yes. All right. Thank you very much. Thank you so much, Linus. I really appreciate the. I
yeah, the
appreciate.
Excuse me,
graphics
please.
it
Can you
look
hear me?
lovely now.
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you.
So you said what you're working on will be what's it called? Your transportation stuff, Abi.
Some sort of travel agency, basically. Something
Okay.
like
All right.
that. Let's just
All
create
right.
something mock. So we have 1 more minute left because I want everybody to be on board with this. I'll be explaining the concepts of what I use along the way. So I want us to finish this website today. That's why I'm trying to be very fast. Okay. So don't stress it. You don't have to get quality pictures. You can change your pictures later. We just want to get something to get. So, okay, this is 350. All right, all
Can
right,
you
all
please
right,
give
all
us?
right.
Can you please give us just like 5 minutes, please?
5 minutes. Oh,
Yes, please.
okay, all right, no problem. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. So
Resources to get pictures is already on the Discord channel. You can just use some of the pictures
yeah,
there while you
yeah.
find the nice one that you might be looking for.
Or if you are confused, you can just go to pexels.com. You can see from my screen. Pexels. In fact, let me even drop because all I did was search for travel. So I got pictures from travel basically. So you can just search, download and add it to your assets folder. Okay. So while everybody is still trying to get their pictures ready, let me explain what this is basically. So so this this I think it's, let me see if I have it. Okay, I don't have it anymore. Okay. So Wanderlust is what I named it, Wanderlust Adventures. So it has this sidebar. If you notice when we hover on this, you can see it move a bit. Those are where animations are going to come in here. If you go to our search bar, we click on this. Okay, why is this not supposed to? Is it grows to the left. You can see it has this nice effect going on. And then for those that were asking, how do you use background image as your instead of background color? I'm going to also show it to us today. Then if you can see, my layout looks kind of glassy. I think it's something called glassmorphism. You can check it out later. Glassmorphism, some sort of, I don't know, to give you this frosted black effect of, So I think that's what's going on. Actually, send the code 10. All right, all right, all right, all right. Okay, let
So,
me
excuse me,
send.
please. I want to ask a question. You said we should like create a folder, then inside the
Okay.
folder we should put the 4 pictures. Bah?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so 3 more minutes to go. So you have 3 more minutes to go. So let me send the code pen link again. So in the code pen link, you can also see I have setting in the CSS. You can see that I have roots. I have some roots here. Don't worry. Please, everybody should open this on their code pencil. Like, please open it so that if you have to copy and paste something, you just copy it straight and paste it in your web. Okay. So 2 minutes left, and by then I'm hoping everybody gets their workspace created and their pictures too, so that we can start as fast as possible. All right.
Divine, sorry.
Okay, Isa, you have a question?
Sorry, what are we to create?
Bloody hell. I forgot to record. Okay, it's recording. Thank God. Oh, thank
Yes,
God, thank God, thank God,
just
thank God. Hey.
So,
Okay.
are we using
Oh.
our Are we using our code pen or
Yeah, we
VS
are
Code?
using VS Code. I just put it on code pen so that everybody can see. It. Lot of us don't know how to use it before. Now,
Okay, okay, the Visual Studio Code. Visual Studio
yeah, we
Code
are
to run
using
it.
visual studio.
Okay,
This
that's what
one
I'm
is
asking.
less so. I used to already at this I dropped it on phone. That
Okay, that won't be a problem for that time now. Okay.
okay. So it's 3:55 already. Whoever recorded this for me, God bless you so much. Thank you so much. Ah,
Amen, amen, amen. I mean,
you need thank you. Honestly, I forgot. Thank you so much, honestly.
Genius.
All right, so this is our first workspace, and we don't have anything going on. Let me control plus so that we can see this, and everybody see this as clear as possible.
No, it's not clear enough.
It's not clear enough.
Yeah. No, it's not
Hey,
my own
oh.
camera.
Okay, can you like zoom in on your own screen because like this is the highest. I can. It's actually very, very big. Can you see it better?
Farouk, we can just zoom the present call up from your
Yeah.
side. It's clear from
Okay.
here.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, I've seen it now. Thank you.
All right, so we are going to link our style sheets, which is styles.css, and then the name of this is we just named this Wanderlust. That's what I named it. So I think that's basically it. So before we start, if you go to our CSS and you come also, you can go to the code pen. You can see that I defined some stuff here in root. You can see this root code. What do you call it? You can see this block here named root. So root is a pseudo class that holds the variables in CSS. So now we are storing these colors now, okay, so that we can, reuse them again. So it's a pseudo class that has the highest that targets the highest level element in the document tree. It is used to define global styles, especially when working with CSS variables, because it provides a more convenient way to define those variables throughout at the top of our style sheets, which can be used over and over again. So for example, we have colors that are going to be repeated. Instead of writing those colors over and over again, we can just give it a name in our roots. I don't know if you get me. So for example, this color of 3A0CA3 is our primary color. Get so we'll be repeating it. I just want you to copy that and then you just paste it here. All right. So once you are done pasting, we can start with building the basic skeletal layout. So let's go live on this. Uh, okay, so this is a blank workspace. So let's start filling it in. All right. So another thing I want us to also do is to go to cdnjs.com. All right. So because we are going to be using um, icons. We're going to be using icons because if you can see here, you can see that this has, you can see icons here for home. You can see this, you can see all this. So this is gotten from somewhere named Font Awesome, the website called Font Awesome. So if you want to get the minified link so that it can be used in your project, you just go to your Chrome and look for cdnjs.com. And then when you search for it, you can see this font awesome, link here. You just click on it, and then you can see this. The first one you see that has this all.minify.css. You copy the link tag, and then you come and paste it inside. Just paste it. Okay, we paste it in the head tag. So for those that were not able to, thank you. For those that are not able to get it, I'll just paste it in the form. So add it to your, what we call it, add it to your link in the head section of, okay. I've added it to, why is it not showing? All right. So just copy it and then paste it. All right. So moving on, we're going to first start building the container. If you notice, we are going to be making reference to this a lot. If you notice, you can see that this is our body, but then there's everything we have as the content is in a particular sort of box here. All right, it's in some sort of box here. So that's what we are going to be creating now in our HTML. So let's name that one. We're going to name it a div or container. Okay. So in our container, we have this sidebar. So let's create that as a div of sidebar. All right. And then we also have apart from the sidebar. Okay, let's just create basic stuff that I want to see in our sidebar. In our sidebar, we have this sort of navigation and how to get that done. People are asking how to create navigation that day. This stuff, we are going to learn it now, all right? So we are going to create an unordered list. Let's create a UL. And inside that UL, we are going to have list with a class of no, let's not do this class. Not a list. And the list you're going to have an anchor tag. I explained this last. I've been explaining this. This is time to work. This is not time to explain over and over again. So we're going to have anchor tag, and it's going to not link anywhere. So we are going to use hashtag. When you click, it's not going any direction. All right. So inside the, we are going to call our icon, because you notice you have the icon, then you have your text. So to use font awesome icon in our project, we use I for icon. All right. So we use I for icon, and we give our icon a class. So font awesome works with class. For example, you want to see a certain thing, you use classes. You use those classes to call it. So if you want to get that home icon that you're seeing here, we use pass home. So if you come here, you come to let me see, hope no questions for now. Okay, who cannot see the screen? Farouk, can you see the screen?
Yes, I can see it now.
All right. Okay, Yunus.
Yeah. I just want to mention that concerning the font and awesome, they can do. I will drop the link in the dialog box. So apart from the home one that we are using now, you can, if you want to style or use any icon, you can just go to their website and search for anyone you want. You see the CSS name there and use it
Yeah.
in your code.
Yeah, I think you should drop it in the Discord so that we'll just use the one I'm using for now. so that we will be fast and everybody can follow along. All right, so where am I? We have fast far home. Why is this not visible? Um, I'm supposed to be seeing that here and I cannot see it for weird reasons. So I'm coming home. I can see the home, but I cannot see my icon. Why is that? Let me see if I put this well in the A tag and inside the. So what is going on? Does anybody have a clue why this is not working? Okay. I've seen it. It's supposed to be far
Solid.
dash home, not fast. So you can also read there. I think they have a documentation that you can read on how to implement most. So if you can see it's working now, so they have a documentation you can check out on how to, use their icons. All right. So moving on, we'll just copy this so that we can be as fast as possible. Copy this and then paste it. We need, how many did we have in ours? We had 5. So we need 5. So this is the third what and this is the fifth. Okay. So we have home, destinations, packages, about us, contact. Home, destinations. We have packages. About us. And then about us, and then we have contacts. So for the destinations, we have a plane. So I think that one is fast far of plane. And then for packages, we have I think that's fast far calendar alt. Yeah, calendar alt. And then for about us, we use fast far info circle. And then for contact us, we have, oh my god, for contact us, we have fast file envelope. Okay, so let's see if this works out. So you can see our icons looking good already. Does anybody have any questions for now? I'm hoping you're all following. If you're not following, hello. That's why I created the pen already. So that in case you are not able to follow for one reason or the other, you can always revisit it. If you can just listen to what I'm saying, it will help so that you can revisit it later and know what to do if you cannot put along. All right. So I want to make sure we finish this card today. Okay. Okay, nobody has any question. All right. So moving on, I think the next thing we want to style is style, let's create for this whole this page. So you can see there's the sidebar and then there's this content over here, right? So after where with this be in the container, and then below the D for our sidebar, let me sure that it's the right one I'm clicking. So let's collapse this for now since we are done with it. So to collapse it, you just come hover over this, should I say, number, and then click it. You want to collapse a particular, should I say, div or something. Anything you want to collapse, a container, just come here. So we can collapse it so that it's easy for us to see. Okay, so this is just collapsing. So let's collapse this so that we can move on. All right, so now we are going to create a main um and name this class of main content. Main content. Then let's give the main content. So we are going to first of all specify for this. Let's notice this seems to be in its own container. And you notice this is like in another container, this is another container, like that, right? So we're going to style that. So we'll just name this our navigation. This is okay. So in our main content, we're going to have the nav tag, and we're going to give it in it. We're going to have a div of class logo. So since we don't have a formal logo, we're just going to use text here instead of say Wanderlust Adventures, just like I have in my demo. Say Wanderlust Adventures. And then we're going to have the other div or this search bar. We're going to have a div of class search container. Okay, we're going to have a div of search container, and then in here we can see, if you remember how I told you to style forms, how to create forms, you can see this sort of like it has an input, and in this input it has a placeholder. It also has a placeholder that is not so visible, but it's there though. All right, so we are going to create an input, and the type is going to be text because it's text, we want to receive as the user input. We just give it a class of search bar. And the placeholder is going to be search your destination. Let's start destination. Okay, so start destinations. I think that's all. So that's all for the nav. So I'm going to collapse the nav so that I can see and understand.
Please don't
And
collapse
this
it
will be
here too.
okay. It's true. It's true. Let me not collapse anything again because people are following. Okay, sorry. It skipped me. All right. Okay, so we are done with the nav now. Yeah. So moving on, we are going to have our what else? Okay, these pictures. Uh, this picture. So basically, we have three pictures going on here. Even though we later animated the pictures, but we have three pictures that are going on there. And so we have. So we'll just give this div of the div is going to have a class rather of slideshow. Have a class of slideshow. I'm using descriptive classes so that you can like know, okay, this class, this you can know what it does basically. I'm using classes like sidebar, container. So when you see it, you know, okay, what this is. Yeah, not just vague classes. Don't use like, for example, this is a sidebar. You go to name it something like I was correcting somebody. I think the person used uh names of what the person even use. But then just so you can use anything to name your class. your classes. Please use descriptive name that will be able so that me that is reading it, for example, this main content. I know that this is the main content in the main element. Okay. Tally, you have a question. Okay, Tally. Okay, I'm guessing he's trying to say the attendance link has been pasted on the dialog box. And please fill it. All right. Hello, Tally. We can't hear you, but I've passed your message. I've passed your message. All right. Okay, so let's move on. Okay, so in our slideshow, we are going to have those.
Sorry, Divine. Divine, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Can you like collapse the other tab on your VS Code?
Which tab?
The folder tab, you can just like so that they will
Okay,
see it
okay,
clearly.
okay. Yeah, yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for. Thank you very much, Yunus. All right. So I'm sure this is very, very visible. Now, let me reduce it. It's all right like this. Okay, this is very, very okay. Okay. So in our slideshow, this we are going to insert 3 images and then just start and give it a source. So our source is going to be from. I want to use this first picture here, and alternative in case you can't see that is let's say the alt is destination one. So let me copy this and then
Pin the attendance list, please. I'm in a very noisy place. I can't communicate with you guys. Please let me pin the attendance.
okay, all right. Um Please, Yunus, I beg, pin it. I don't even know what to do. Okay, all right. So we'll also insert another image. There are 3 images. So we want this one to be. So you can attach your own image because I'm sure you have your own image names that you want to use. So I want to use this one, and then for this, I want to use this one, right? I'm going to name this destination 2 and then destination 3. All right. So that is all for my slideshow class, I think. And then after my slideshow class, I'm going to create what's the next one. Yeah, you can see images already, like they are so big on it on the page, but don't worry, we will size all of them to scale to size whatever size you want to have. Right? So after the slideshow, we have div of what's the next one? Say? Okay, this. Okay, let's name it uh dot agency name. That's the name of our travel agency. That's where the name is, and then in our agency name, we are going to have this text, this text and this text. So we're going to give that a H2 of Wanderlust Adventures. And then what's the next one? Explore the world, which is a P tag. And I'm going to just say here, explore. You can decide to write anything like I'm typing to, you can try to name it anything, honestly. And then that's the end of that particular D. Now we are moving to this. As I said, all of them are containers. Inside this main container, you get all of them are containers inside this main container. All right. Okay. So we're going to do the container for this particular card that we can see. So let's call this main card. So name card is going to have a H2, which will just copy, you know, you just copy what you say, Control C, paste it. So it's welcome to Wanderlust Adventures, and then um so and then you have a P tag, and then it says blah blah blah, embark on a journey, blah 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 blah. you know. So I'll just copy this and paste it. You can use dummy text in place of it. If you want to get dummy text, use. Since you can't just be typing along, you can just write Lorem. I'm not even done writing Lorem already. So once you use Lorem and you click it, you can see a couple of Dagon, Latin type looking text. So you just adding breaks so that we can see it. So Lorem, you'll see, you go back and see so it's dummy text. Let's say you don't have content for whatever it is you're doing. You can use Lorem instead. Okay? So that's dummy text. But we are going to use the one that I use. Uh, what's going on? Laptop is glitching. Okay, say please. Okay. So Prettier has saved this for me. I don't want to exit. Yeah. My Prettier is working now, thankfully. I think we are done with that particular card. So where did we go to start? If you click this, you can see it's highlighted where it ended. Okay. So so after that we are going to our next card, which is this one, special offers. So we'll just copy this too, which is also a history. And then we'll create card, and then let's name this. Let's name this. I think I wrote my classes down. Let me check. So yeah, okay, we'll make this a container for both those two cards. Let's just create a container. And we'll name this side cards. And then inside cards, I'm going to have side card. So that's for the first one, the first small card here. And then we're also going to have for the second small card. We just name them the same class since you can see they are styled the same basically. So we want it to have the same styling, and we just name it the same stuff. So copy special offers, and I'll just create H2 and paste it there. Control V, Control V. Paste. And then I'll come here and copy the text here, and in my paragraph, I'm just going to paste it here. You save this, and PTR saves it for me. So we're also going to create another H2 and another paragraph. So we're going to have travel tips. Control C, where we'll have travel tips in our H2. And then we're going to have this get expert advice on packing, blah, blah, blah. This one of AI generated text, nothing special. Sure. We are done with wait, what did I do? Oh, if you are following me, please. I'm supposed to put from this line to this. What am I doing? To this, from this to this, from this piece to this history. Please cut it and place it inside the second div that has this part. Okay, so let's to save this, and then if you go back to our, you can see we are done with the HTML. So part one done. All right. Who has any questions on our part one? Oh wow. Because I'm just knowing this. I don't know that you can specify how many the word count of learning. Like honestly, if I want more, I just write another learning. So thank you for enlightening us on that. Thank you very much. Does anybody have any question with the about the HTML we just finished so that we can start right away with CSS and start styling everything? All right, I am getting no questions. If you have any questions, you can add it to the dialog box. Or if I cannot, because my screen is not always here, so I can't really see, I can just talk and there'll be audience for you to see when you want to speak. Okay, moving forward, we are going to start styling our CSS. So for me, I just picked colors. I don't know if colors are nice, but I'm sure they will work. If you don't like them, you can change them later. But this is the colors I picked, and as I said, I already explained what roots was. So now we are going to let's see. We are going to define our global variables. I know I talked about the what was this called again? Somebody should help me out. I've forgotten his name. Thank God. Yunus, please, what's that star again? What does it mean? I've forgotten.
Sorry, come again.
What is this again? I think it's the root. Uh,
Yeah, the
I
root,
don't
the
know.
root,
Yeah,
the root.
yes. Well, it's to
So
You mean
target the
the
root.
water?
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, to target the
it,
roots. Yeah,
it targets like more outside the body, like it's
yeah.
cover the body too.
It covers the entire HTML stuff, not
Sorry,
just the
excuse me.
body.
You mean the star, Abi?
Yes, that's that.
I guess
It
this
is
is
so.
universal stuff, blah blah blah. Abi?
Yes,
Yeah,
it is our
yeah, it's more,
universal selector. Thank you
yeah,
very,
Universal
very
selector.
much.
like it's more like
Farouk, don't
the
worry. You must enter that top 20 this week.
it's more
Hopefully,
like sorry, the star. It's more like the parent element for all the other tags.
Yes,
Because
yes, yes. For some reason, I forgot what it was. It did happen, though. It did happen. All right. So, we are going to set, I will explain why we are doing this in a bit. So we are going to set our margin to 0, the parent to 0, and then we are going to set the border box sizes with border box. Okay. So why are we doing this basically? Um, it's because we have how will I put this? How will I put this? How will I put this? Normally our browser has default, like say paddings and margins that it adds for us. But with using this universal selector and using the universal selector and to say we want margin 0 and padding 0, it is to tell this is to say that any margin and padding that the browser is going to set for us, we just want a fresh workspace. We don't want any predefined margin, we don't want any predefined padding. We want to start on, a fresh workspace. All right. So um we set our box.
sorry, can I add on that?
Yes, yes, you can.
Yeah. just try to remove the what you just did now and show them the screen. They will see that they will see the padding and the border default. Yeah, try remove it and show them your screen. They will see and understand better. The white lines.
Sorry, it seems I'm not hearing you. I don't know if I'm the only one.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I want to say the same thing. I can't hear her. Divine, can you hear us? I think your mic is muted. Your mic is muted. We can't hear you.
Oh, sorry. Yunus, why you appearing twice?
Because I thought it was my phone, so I tried to switch to my system.
Yeah, sorry. My mic is muted. So sorry, guys. So I will go over what I was explaining again. So, thank you very much, Valu. Um, so to our body, we are styling the body element now, and we are setting the fourth family to area. I was talking about how they are free, just like we had icons from Font Awesome. There are also three places you can get custom fonts, which you can use in your work. Okay, there's Google Fonts, which is very popular, and some other ones like that. You can check it out and you can read how to define them, how to use them in your work. You're not going to be using custom fonts today. Probably in the next one, I'll make room for custom fonts. You're not going to use custom icons. So we are going to use Arial. And if for for any reason we cannot see our Arial fonts to get sans serif. So sans oh no. This shouldn't be implication. Sorry. Get sans serif, alright? So want to give this background color of want the so let's set the background image first. Want as background so how to set background image in CSS, we say the background image, and then for those of you that are asking, you will set it with the URL. Okay, set it in URL, write URL. Then inside the brackets, you're just going to put your double quotations, then you go to the directory, and then you want assets. And for me, I want this picture to show behind. So if you go back to our work, we are going to see, let me see. You can see a picture behind everything. can see this picture that is behind, So that's what we want it to be. Instead of setting color of our body, we want it to be an image, basically. Okay. So we also want, because if you notice here, there's a card here. Okay. So we don't want this image to be so sharp that you cannot see the contents over here. I want it to get. So I'm going to set a color to this, basically. I'm going to set a color. Let's say background color. So we're going to use BG. Okay. Oh, to use the root colors we set. So these are the names. I'm going to be using BG color. So I'm just going to say variable is bar with brackets, and inside the brackets you can set whatever custom color you set at your root pseudo class. All right. So we want to use BG color. We want to use BG color. So if we go back, we can see it doesn't really take much because the BG color is still black basically, but let's just set it at that for the moment. Okay. And then we want text colors, because we don't want to set text colors to everything. We want our global, all the text colors of the body to have a thick bar of text color. All right. So we want everything to be white, because you can see it has this white, not really white, but kind of white. Okay. And then we want, okay, let me leave this for now. Should I leave this for now? No, let me not leave it. So we talked about Flexbox. Now this is where Flexbox is going to come in. If we look at this, we can see that, as I said, if you want your element, whatever it is you want, that is going to flex, you are going to set display flex to the parent element. And in this case, we want the whole body here to flex. This is a card on top of this. We said, if you notice, this was like container. Yeah, this is a container. We want this whole container to have some, flex kind of stuff going on here. So we're going to set flex to the body, since this is the parent for the container. All right. So we're going to set this to flex. I don't think anything is going to happen now. I don't think anything is going to happen for now. But basically, we're going to set this display flex, and then it's going to be a want to justify our content to center. Want to justify our content to center. Yeah, we can already see that our body is centralized. Perfect. So we can see it's already centralized. Like once we set to justify content to center, it centralizes everything. And if for any reason should I say it has to break. If you notice, we can no longer see this. We can no longer see these links, because it is now centralized. The pictures are now in the center. All right. So that's what we want, basically. We want to set justify.
Please, I have a question, please.
All right. All right.
The background image under the body selector, the URL, how were you able to do that stuff? Is that normal brackets or?
It's normal brackets. Yours is not working.
It's not working actually. After the normal brackets, then forward slash.
You put no. You put you can see double quotes, because you want to set, it's a link you are setting, so you see double quotes, just like SRC. You see the double quote, and inside the double quotes, you set path for where your image is located. Has it worked out for you?
No, not yet, actually. Inside the double quotes, then the forward slash bar
Yeah, yeah.
is not working.
Then you use your asset. Like for me, if you can see my screen, you can see my screen. I used
Yeah,
okay, I'm going to clear everything. So URL, and then you have your double quotes and dot slash, or you can still slash. It's just the first directory you get. Like, so we are going to assets. We are going to click on assets because VS Code is already going to provide it, but you don't have to write it. So I want to use the first image in my assets. I'll just click this, and that's basically all. Has it worked out for you?
no. You can just continue. I'll try and rectify it. You can just
All right,
continue.
no problem. Okay, okay, okay. Um, so what else? What else? So we also want to align all items to center, and then we want this to have a mean height of uh, 100 VH. 100 VH is that we want it to uh let's say take the width of the whole, let's say, container of the viewport, like the whole height, the whole viewport height is occupy there are a lot of units in CSS. There's RAM, there's VH, there's percentage, there's pixels. I would have used RAM today. Probably in the next one we are doing, I'm going to use RAM. And I'm going to explain why RAM is better. But I figured I want to finish this today. I don't know if I'm going to be able to explain RAM. So probably the next project and the next class, I'm going to explain how RAM is used. But today we are going to use pixels and and I think the new one I just introduced is viewport VH is to want it to occupy 100, like the whole viewport height. All right. So we're going to set the padding to be 20 pixels. All right. Okay. Why is this lagging? Okay. I've created this before, so I'm just kind of flying through some things that I know you already know about. And then we want the background size. Yeah. We want the background size. We want it to cover. We want it to cover. We want it to cover should I say, it should just, cover, face out as much as possible and cover. Okay. So now it's set to cover. And then probably when we style these images, I can remove some of these things so that you can see how it is without them. Okay. And we want the background position to be centralized. We want it to give us the center. We want it to be centralized. And then we want the background attachment. This place is getting really dark. I hope they will not fall today. Background attachment. We want it to be fixed. Fixed in the sense that if we scroll, uh, how will I put it? It shouldn't like leave its container like when scrolled or something. It should just remain there permanently. Okay. So now we are going to so that's it for the body. That's the style we want for the body. And then we are going to style the container, which is this, the container class. So we're going to style it. And then to you say dot container, which is to style LLM classes. All right. So we want our container to have a width or um where am I? Width of 110. Wanted to have a width of 110. Mm, we also wanted to have a max width of 1 200 pixels. So while we are using max width of 1 200 pixels, it limits the maximum width to 1,200 pixels. Like that's the maximum which the it would be. Let me see. I don't even think most of these styles are being, implemented now because these images are so big. I don't even know. I think for now, let me see. Should I comment out these images so that we can see what we are doing? I don't even know. But
Just add size to images. I think that would be.
you say,
Just add this default size to the images for now. I think that would do.
yeah. I think adding default sizes to the images would do honestly. So let me go back and then for the images. Where's the image system? There was the I don't know. Where are the images? Okay, it's in slide. Uh, uh, I'm sure it's in slide show, right? This is slide show. Yeah, all right, yeah. It's a slide show. So we want our slideshow to. Oh, okay. Thank you very much. So we want it to have a. Let's position it high. You guys said this slideshow. Anyways, let us give it a height. Of 60 pixels. 60 pixels. Let's see that works. Come on, this is because I put this in a container and hey. This is
Select
a,
select the
okay,
image,
the
image.
image. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Okay. No effect. Okay, better. Better. Now, at least they will have sense more. Okay. So back to our container. So let me remove this styling. So you can see it, how it is. So we want the what called? Come on. We want the width of the container to be 100%, but we also want the max width of it should be 1,200 pixels. So the max width is to say, oh, in as much as we want the width to be 100% of whatever we set to, it should not be more than a certain, you know, width at the same time. Okay, so it limits and sets the maximum width of the container to 1,200 pixels. Okay. Now moving on, we're going to what's happening. Ah, Wahala. We are going to set the background. Um, we are going to set the background to I talked about RGB values and said we should go and read about this because honestly, I wouldn't go deep. If you want to talk about colors, it's a long talk. We have this glass morphic hair. If you see, we have this glass morphic vector in it. So this 0.1 at the end is just to control opacity, basically. For example, We can see how this is looking glassy, like sort of transparent. So if you want this, if you set this to 0.5, for example, here, you can see it looks, you can see how it looks. You can still see the image on that, but then the opacity is like, it's more darker, or how will I put it? It's more white. I don't know how to put it, but the opacity has, so this is to control opacity. I want this to have this kind of look, and then we have a backdrop filter that's backdrop filter. We want it to have a blur of 10 pixels. So if you go back, you can see the backdrop filter. I've made it look, it's already looking posh already. Yes. So backdrop filter applies a blurry kind of effect to the area behind the container. Yes. So that's what backdrop filter does. So for our example, we wanted it to have a blur of 10 pixels. Okay. So that's that. I think for the container, what else? What else? Okay. We want this container to also have a border radius. We want it to be just completely square. So it's going to have a border radius of 20 pixels. Come on. So you can see soft line borders in which not so completely square anymore. And then you also want a box shadow. I've already set these values at home. Like I already did this. These values I've already set. Not like I'm just thinking about this like a back. Yeah. Going to have text 2 pixels, and then I'll give you uh, 0. I think that's default. Our content should not scroll. Like the page to it shouldn't scroll. All right. So we're just going to leave it at want to remove overflow. So want overflow to the video. And then we also want to be on the safe side. I like setting all parents to display flex. I just so we are also going to set this to also display flex. So now you can see, if you can notice, let me see. If you can notice, you can see this links on top. But now that we've set this to flex, since this is a container of its own, and this is a container of its own, and we are targeting the content, you can see it's already flexing. So we don't even have to start doing, if it was floats now, we have to start doing unnecessary done here and there so that we can get the sidebar stuff. Now we don't even need it because see, look at how Flexbox is already taking care of, already separating the constants for us at the moment. That's that. I think that's basically all for it. So let's start styling this our sidebar. I think that's the next one. Yeah, our sidebar. So if you come here, the CSS, let me push this down so that when they're confused. So let's style our sidebar. Boom. Want our sidebar to have a width of 250 pixels. Okay. We also want it to have a background of RGB on the want this to be 0.2. Want this to be repeating most of this color. That's why it's not added to the what are they calling it? I add it to the roots. I'm not going to then I was just experimenting what color works best at home. Yeah. Let me increase the size of these images so that we can see basically. Let's increase this to 200 and also to 200. Raining. I hope network are busy my ear. You have to be my ear. These people. And then we also want this just like we had for the backdrop filter. Backdrop filter. We also want the backdrop filter to have a blur. Want it to have a blur of 10 pixels basically. So and then I wanted to have it in two elements of 20 pixels. Yeah, let's just have 20 pixels. I'll soon remove all this stuff. This is a UL we used to create this sidebar. So yeah. So to get rid of this pointer, looking stuff, I'm just going to say dot side and we're going to target the UL. We're going to target the UL so that we can get rid of this point to point stuff. All right. So I'm going to say list time type. I'm going to say list type type. I'm going to set none. So if you come back and see all those dots, whatever, they are all played out. So now let's give spaces in between each because they are looking so cramped up. So they are going to stay. We actually have a oh, pardon me, sorry, sidebar UL, and then we are also targeting the list. So let's say margin bottom. Yeah, I really do it for you. What happened? So they all have. How can hear me? Rain is falling. I am hoping. Hey, oh God, I beg. Guys, I don't know if you can hear me. I'm hoping network is stable today so that we can finish this today. Then, this Starlink. I'm not get affected. Okay, so we've set margin bottom to 15 pixels so that they can be spaces in between our list items. And then we want this, we want everything to be on the same line. We don't want this to be breaking at any point. So we are going to target the sidebar. I'm going to target the angle. Target, okay, let me go sidebar. Let me put yeah, UL, the anchor, not the list. Okay. So once it to have a color of let's check this text color. Yeah, so it's now white. I feel like it does not, we set the colors to our body, but I do not think the anchor tag is going to inherit it because it's thought I did not inherit it, so we just set it, basically. Okay. We don't want all this underlining, so let's get rid of it. So I think text for it. No, we want so you can see we can't see those underlining stuff anymore. So we want our font size to be set to 15 pixels. Okay. Look. Now it's okay. Let's just also give this a padding of head. It's supposed to look, I think it's supposed to be side by side. What is happening? Happening. It's supposed to be side by side. I'm coming. Let me please do it. It's affecting me. It's supposed to be supposed to side by side each other. I don't know what's going on. Let me see. Let's just continue though. See in pattern. So basically, we want to set these animations. You can see that there were animations in this. If we load this page, you can see hi, this button. It did not show me what I wanted to show you, but I want to set an animation to the sidebar itself. Okay. So the sidebar, I'm going to use animation property on seconds and ease. Okay, so what does this shorthand property mean? We want that all the effects on sidebars properties should have a smooth transition. So all is to add smooth transition effect to any of the sidebars properties like this you can see. So the transition time is set to 0.3 seconds and ease makes the transition to start slowly, then also speed up. So if you go back to our own, let's refresh this. Loading our screen. I don't think it's showing yet. Let me see. I think this will work. Let me also add animations to the uh, let me also add animations to the side to the anchor tabs. Let's see. I think that should work. Let me copy this. Let me just set it here. Okay. Nothing is happening. Yay! Voila, voila, voila.
Uh-uh. Calm down.
Nothing is happening. Really need to.
Calm down.
Something is wrong, though. The animation is supposed to start to show. Okay, let me increase the timing duration to see if this actually works. Wait, I'm hearing Mike. Does somebody wants to talk? Hey, can we see it now? Can we see this? So I've increased it to 3 seconds so that we can see it. You can see how it's starting slowly, and then if you refresh this space, you can see how it's sort of like half of this reflect of the thing. So you can see that Does anybody have any questions so far? Okay. Okay, Issa, what's your question?
Showing here, showing. Hello, buying.
Hello? I can't hear you. Hello?
Just
Probably
continue. I
you
think
write
it's
it, send
having
it to the.
network issue.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. All right. So, rain is falling, so
Get
network is
through, you
not
are raising your hand.
stable. You said? Okay,
Someone is
Jethro.
raising
All
your hand.
right.
Good evening, everyone. Please, ma,
Good
in
evening.
regards to your sidebar, I saw that
Okay.
you want the front icon to stay side by side with your input. If you can check your
Yes.
HTML, yes, if you can check your HTML, a BR
Okay.
tag should be after the label. So let's try it. Maybe it
BR.
can help. Yeah,
Is there a BR? There's no break tag. Oh.
after your label, if you include the break tag, it can lie side by side to adjust it. Let's try.
Okay, so after the I should create a break.
Yeah.
Okay, let me see if this will help. Okay, let me put it for destinations. So, uh, doesn't really help.
Sorry,
But I
what are
feel
you
like
trying to do?
I'm trying to make this stuff like side by side each other. Okay.
Oh,
But for this longer text, it's not happening. Like, it's not happening. So I tried to set the display to block at the. So I don't know why. But when I was doing it yesterday, it was working now too. Maybe
try
going
increasing the
forward.
side of the sidebar. Let's see.
Okay, okay. Yeah, that's another one again. Actually, the container, right? So let's set this to 300. There we go. 300. Okay. Still nothing. What is going on? Wait, let's just go. Let's just be moving forward. We'll attack that problem later. I don't know where it's coming from. I think we set
Okay.
time for
Continue. I'll
the
work on it by code. I tell you.
yeah, yeah, all right. So set style for the UL, set for the list, set for the A tag. So let's set it back to 0.3 seconds. Since we've seen how the animation works basically. Set color, text decoration, set the font size, the display, the padding. Let's also set the border radius of 10 pixels. Yeah. Okay. Is this even needed? Is this needed? Let's see. I don't think so. I don't think it's needed. Okay, going back, uh, you said this to display block. I'm actually wondering what the problem. But anyway, let's just keep moving forward. Okay, so now let's set an animation to the hover. So we talked about pseudo element, pseudo classes, and also pseudo element. So we want to set. So let's specify. We want to set over pseudo element, pseudo class. So this our links here. We want to set it with our links. So we're just going to say we want the background color on hover to change to the RGBA 255255 and 0.1. Let me see if this works already. It's supposed to work on hover. Supposed to work. What's going on? So it's working now. You can see on hover. We have the container. Set to this container is the box. Let me see. We have the sidebar. Inside the sidebar, we have let me see. Is the container the list? Let me see. The list of uh, aha. Here. Hi. If you do it this way, container is breaking into this place, but then this is the container for it. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. From your code, you didn't specify a width size for the LI.
Yeah, okay. That's what I'm trying to do now. That's what I'm noticing that
Yes,
I
you
did
have
not
to
do.
remove the width size
Okay,
because
did I
from
add
the
it to
no, you didn't add it
I
there.
did it. Let me see if I added it to the one here. I didn't even add it to here. So why
Yes, you
was
didn't
this
add
one
it.
working? And this one was not working. Oh wow. Hey. So let's set this to the to our airline instead of 300 is overflowing into the where am I? It's overflowing all over. Let me reduce this. Hey,
No, just
let's
remove the
say
width. Remove the width
I should
size
remove the width.
for the
Okay.
LI. You can set the size for the UL.
Okay. All right. All right. So let's set
Before you
width.
set the size, just look, visualize it, see it first, if it's okay.
Okay. On comment. Let me see it first. Because we already have an animate the hover effect with perfect. Perfect. This is perfect. Yeah. We are done. So to tackle that problem, we just add the width to our UL, not the airline. Ah, wow. Okay, so so we also want we set background color to this color. We also want it to on hover. We want it to have uh, a transform. I'll show what that is in a moment. Translate X to 5 pixels. Okay. So now for this what do we call it? This translate X. That's information below the page. So on hover, you can see it's moving like having this when we hover on it, it's having this weight moving inside. Like so it's going to have this a little inward movement towards the X axis. You get so if you hover on it, see it's moving. So if we had said for it to translate Y, for example, and we hover, you can see it's moving downwards. You can see this, right? Can you see it? So you can see it's moving downwards. So let's set this translate X. Okay. So that's that on the hover. Let's move forward with here. We have a long way and it's already 5:14. Okay. So now we're going to style our main content. Okay. So for our main content, we have our nav here. That's where we have the bulk of the work, basically. Not so much left to do. But anyway, so let's start our main content. So we want it to have a flex. Let's say this is flex one. What does flex one mean? It's the CSS shorthand that means that the element will grow or shrink. So since we did not specify for grow or shrink, there's a shorthand, we just use one here. It's going to specify that if you grow or shrink to take up any space in the flex container. It allows the main content to fill up space while other items like the sidebar will maintain their style. Okay, so if we come here, let's say we move this, I think it's still okay, it's still going to show basically. Why is this image now big? Is what I don't understand. Anyway, but it's not really affecting. I think I but it doesn't really affect us for now. So let's just leave this at that. It doesn't really affect. Okay. So we give it a flex of one. Let's style other stuff in it. Let's use it to padding of 10 pixel. And then overflow Y is set to automatic. Okay? Overflow Y to be set to auto. All right. So you can see there's this little margin, a little padding here, and can see that. So we can see our page is coming to life little by little. Can see.
Sincerely,
Okay.
my own page is not coming to life. Oh.
Ah, able. Why? What happened? What's wrong with yours?
Sincerely, like I didn't like what I've even seen in my browser. I don't even know what it looks like. Sincerely,
Sorry for the
then
laugh.
it's
Sorry for
it's
the laugh.
understandable.
Honestly.
It's actually understandable.
Don't
You can just
worry.
continue.
Don't
Okay,
worry.
okay.
Once
Yeah,
she's done, we will try to address that. You can share your screen then. We'll see if we can help you
yeah.
from there.
If we are done and there's this time, Abi, okay. Hmm.
Yeah. Our instructor can go and sleep. I will take over after she's done.
Okay. All right. So we have it set to overflow Y. It says to auto. Let's go back to our page. So for our nav element, let's target nav, and then we say want this nav now want it to look. What am I doing? Want it to look like this. So in order to get it to look like this, what do we do? Somebody should answer that question. You can see that there is this thing going on here. But this one is looking on top of each other. So what do we do for it to look like this? Can somebody answer? Not the sub mentors, please. Thank you.
We can put display to inline block. That's one way, or we can float. We can actually float
We are not
one to
using float layout. You are right, but we are not using float layout for this
okay.
example. So what else do you think will work for you?
If we are using, we can use display inline block.
I don't want to use this inline block.
Then CSS flex will put space
Thank you
between.
very much. Yeah. Pam, 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 pam. You got it right. So what we are going to do to get that space is to set display to flex, able to flex, and then if we come to our store, we can see here, we can see it's already looking in a row kind of field, but we want it to look like this where there is space. As he said, we justify content space win. Voila. We have our stuff already, looking good. So once align the items to center, this is the let's align them to the center. So everything to be aligned to center. And then we want the padding, 20 pixel. Yeah. So 20 pixel for top and bottom and 0 for left and right. So this is looking good already. This is already looking nice, looking sharp. Okay, so for this logo, we use text if you don't have a formal logo. Let's just set the font size to be 24 pixel. So the font size pixel. Then the font weight to be bold. And then we set the color. We want it to have set the bar of accent color. Yeah. Okay, so already looking good. So let's start this setback. Okay. So now, so everybody, please listen to this one. For people that do not understand position, relative and position, absolute, please listen to this part that I'm going to talk about. We are going to use it in this our search container. So let's go back to our HTML. You can see the way we did our HTML. Where is this? Where is this? Where is this? No, it's not the card. Okay. You can see our search bar. Where is it? There's a search container and then input, which is the container for the search bar, and then there's a class on the inputs. The input is this, as we talked about when we're talking about form, and it is to say that we want, what do I call it? We want it to have a class of search bar. Why is my did I do something wrong? Let me check my HTML here. Let me check. I'm not seeing my own destination. I'm supposed to see. Okay. We need the placeholder. I forgot to add this icon tag. So we are supposed to see this search bar looking stuff here. Let me go back to my HTML and let me add this. I think it's beneath the placeholder inside the div. Yeah. Okay. If you come back here, you can already see it here. So we want this our stuff to look like this. How do we get it to look like this? Now we can notice that it is in everything with the input and the icon is in the same container. So to get it looking like what I just showed you now, to get that visual representation, we are going to use positioning. Now, you are going to follow me, JJJ. So for our search container, we want to set it to position of village. If we go back, we can see that we cannot see anything. Why? The search container is a box that holds the search bar. The container, a box, whatever I want to call it, that holds the search bar. And it also holds the icon. When we position it to relative, or when we set the search container to relative, you cannot see any difference. You cannot see any change. And it does not change the position of the box. But however, it makes it easy to control the position of other things in the container. So to control the position of other things within this container, we have to set, like, want to control the position of things, like, yes, you have to set the parent element, be the parent component, which is our set container in this case, you are going to set it to relative so that you can set the element inside to set, let's take it as set bar. You are going to give it a position of absolute. Now, if you want to add the search icon into the box, you could position it where you want to, but it will be difficult to do so without adding relative positioning element. So position of absolute enables us to change whatever thing we want in this. It's already overflowing, but we'll handle that in a second. These images are too big. We handle it. Change. So let me go back and change put these images. So I can see one thing. Right? So now we set this to position of absolute. We need to set this to position of absolute. Okay. I don't think we need to set it to position of absolute to change. No, we don't need to set it to absolute positioning. But then setting it to relative positioning helps us to align things in it. We don't need to set another position to absolute. I don't think so. So let's continue styling this. All right. So we want a padding on the set parts, 10 pixels. No, we don't need absolute positioning. Anything. Let's just set it basically. Want it to have a width of 200. We don't want to have, we are styling our inputs now. We don't want to have this border. So we're going to set it to border none. Just like we did when we're creating our form. And then we want the border radius. Let's say 20 pixels. Okay. And then we want our background. We add a 225. I should have put this because I'm repeating this particular color. So I've added it as a variable. But anyway, we want backdrop filter. To be set to blur or 550. Then Francis is already looking good. Okay, anybody have any questions? Okay, no question. All right, so let me go back. You can see it's already looking good. We want the color, the text color, to the variable of text color. All right. And then we want transition. Just like we said to be all 0.3 seconds and to ease. So it's a very short animation thing. And just like we did in the last time, let's set this to it's not even showing here. Thank you. All these animation things and wow. I think you have to also set it. I also set the another animation. Okay. Let's just leave it like this for now. So let's just leave it like this. So for the search bar, on focus, we talk about focus when we're creating forms. So I don't think I'm going to go back to it today. Pseudo class, I want the width when it is focused to be 300 pixels instead of the original width. Then we want the outline to have the none. We don't want to see any of those outlines. We want to give it a box shadow of 0, 0, 10 pixels. RGBA. Let's use Okay, 0.3. Opacity, we set it to 76. This is the color I've already chosen. Uh, for this bluish color. Yeah, yeah. So this set bar. So transition is happens when you change state. So for us now we can see that the transition is already, happening. You can see the box shadow of this bluish tint coming, coming out. When we hit focus, you can see transition already, being visualized. So, but then we can see that the what is it? You can see the search icon is still not in the search bar. Okay, so let's set that search icon. Search icon. Let's set search icon to position of absolute. Yes, now we need the absolute positioning because we want to change this to be positioned somewhere else. So it's now that it's in this space we need the absolute positioning, not here. This one we just need to set padding width, so there was no need for absolute positioning. So let's set the position to absolute. Now we have set the position to absolute. I want to see where it is. You can see how it's already jumpy. Let's say we want it to the right side, we want it to be 10 pixels. Now you can see it has added some sort of space towards the right, but then we want it to also add space on the top. You can see it's already inside, but we want it to be like 50, we want it to be in the middle of it and start back. So we are going to set this icon to the top of 50%, top 50% of the, parent. Uh, okay. Why is this thing not inside? Inside as much as I want it to be. Right of 10 pixel, top of 50%. Still not what I want. Did I set up to something else? Something is wrong though. Okay, let's translate. Let's just translate. I think I'll explain what that means. Sorry, my nose is itchy. Okay, so let's just translate X. Let's translate Y on the Y axis. Let's set it to minus 50%. So now, like, you can see inside. Okay, so now we set top with 50% and translate Y. I cannot really remember why this works. Honest. I can't remember, but I know that this is supposed to be on the X axis. The translate Y is some sort of, I say, balance. I don't even know how to describe it. But please, you can go and read on translate. I have forgotten, honestly, forgotten. You can read about it later. Sorry, guys. Okay, somebody wants to say something? Okay, yeah, you can drop. You want to say something?
No, basically what the translate that is the translate is it has two values. That is the one on the y and the x. We all know our y axis and the x axis from math now. So we just
Yeah.
position it. So she said the position for the y axis to 50%. So basically what this from the y, it push it to the middle. It means it push it from down to bottom to center of the axis.
Okay. Thank you very much, Yunus. Thank you so much. All right. So moving forward, want you to have a color of bar, the accent color. 5:34. Time is going. We must finish this today. If we don't finish it, we are not going anywhere. So these images that have been annoying us here, let's tackle the styling for that now. You can see the color. Wait, you know, the hair is already assuming the bluish color. Okay. So let's start our slideshow. Before that, let's remove this ones we set. So slideshow. Okay. So excuse me. Oh God, I'm so tired. I say I'm so tired. Okay. Let's set the position to be relative for the what are we doing again? The slideshow. I explain position relatives. Let's set the height to be 300 pixels. Let's also set the margin bottom to be 20 pixels. When you set this, let's hide overflow because it's overflowing. Now it's no longer overflowing. So you can see before we hit the overflow, you can see the way it's just scrolling up and down anyhow. It just hit our overflow. So yeah. So let's also set border radius 10 pixels. So, like so. Okay, so yeah, you can see it has a nice border. Hey, maybe I said we try and make this thing responsive today or more. But all that matters is that at the end of the day, we all understand basics of what is going on here. The more we write, the more we understand. But when everybody were like, is it that we'll not do it permanently again? I was like, no, calm down. We all work hand in hand together to, function. So now let's target the image. Don't like how this image is looking. So for this image, we want to have it at a position of absolute. I think we set it to center. I don't think that is really work. I don't think we have set to. Let's set top to 0 and left also. Yeah. So um let's also set the width 100% and the height the 100% and object fit. So you can see it's already here. So it should cover. Yeah. So it should cover. It should not be looking too crunched up. It should cover. It should not. Doesn't have to be. What is the other value there for? What are the other values of objective? Contain. It doesn't have to contain. It should just cover. It shouldn't be looking all crunched up. Looking very, very. Right. So you're going to set opacity to be 0. Why am I setting opacity to be 0? Because we want to create this transition. Want to create this transition. So how we created this transition that you can see one image coming in. I know that a lot of us have been looking for what is that. Most transition, like I even hardly use just CSS for transition anymore. But how this transition works, let me remove this opacity and zero. Is that initially we are going to set like opacity, we are going to set keyframe for people that don't understand what I'm saying. We are going to set it so that as it is when it is we are going to set a particular time frame for the animation. When it is a certain time, the first image should show. So at that certain time, we are going to make a particular image we want to show to give it the opacity of 0, of 1, that's that it should show. Then at a certain time, once another the other image to become zero, all other images will be zero, so that another one can also show. So that it's like a sort of layer on top of each other. I don't even know if I'm explaining it well, but let's see. So initially, before animation starts, once we set it to zero, so now we cannot see our stuff again. So I'm going to set our transition property, set the transition to opacity. Opacity, then 1.2. Please, guys, I'm not a guru that I'm just dishing out all these values in my head. I've already done this so that I'll not have to be thinking of values today. So please, I've already done this already yesterday. Okay. So these values are not just coming off the top of my head. I wish they were though. Okay, so why we set opacity is that and 1 second, 1.2 second easing out. So easing out set a smooth transition effect for the opacity. I don't even know if you really get it. Anyway, sir, let's move because time is almost up. So anyway, I stop today. You can go and finish it by yourself. I am going to write. I'm going to do your assignment based on what where anywhere I stop. Yes. Um. What else? So for the slideshow, let's set the image, slideshow image. We want to set the first child. Now, why are we targeting first child? So if I remember when I was talking about first child target only the first, let's say the first element in that or maybe but for this our slideshow, our first child is the first image. So on the first image, we want it to appear that the opacity is set to 1. Okay, what am I doing now? So for the first image, the opacity is set to 1. This is when the animation is about to start. So opacity set to 1 make the first image visible fully, and by default, all other images will be invisible. So this is the first image when the slideshow starts is going to be shown. So this first child now, when we are going to set the animation, is looking at well, how do I know I'm going to have problem explaining this, but I'm hoping everybody understands it. As the animation is starting, so if this picture now, we see this picture coming, so this is the first child now for this particular time. We're going to tell the key frame so you understand it. When it's time for the other one to show, it is the first child. So it's going to make it to be visible. It's going to remove the blank screen or be whatever and make it to be fully visible to you. But I'm hoping you understand it. So let's set the keyframe so that it will be easy to understand. So our keyframes, I explained keyframes. It should not come on class or your not come early for class or your. So we're going to name this slideshow, not dot slideshow. We're going to name this keyframe. Right. So now work with me. So we set this animation to be it's not set the full time yet. I'm going to set that. So we set it to be
Hello,
very
Farooq.
sharp. But
Farooq.
tell me, who's talking? Isa, do you have a question?
No, don't worry. I've seen it already. I've seen it.
Okay. So we've not set the the time yet. I think let me set the time before we set the keyframe. So Abby, let me set the keyframe first. Let me set. So basically, as I said earlier, keyframes is the CSS rules that defines the step in an animation. It allows you to control and create animation by specifying the styles you want to see at various points in your animation. Okay, so for now, we want that at 0%, as our animation is starting, you should have opacity of 1, just like we set for our first start. As it is starting, let me have opacity of 1. So it should start out fully visible. Let's go back to this example. This is fully visible. As you notice, it's fading out to accommodate the next. Why is it not working? It's fading out to bring in the next uh, image to the screen. So that stuff is what we use keyframe to do. So at 0%, we should see the image visible. At 20%, we still want it to be visible. Because if you notice, there's a time where you can see as if the images, if you can go back to my code pen and look as if the images are kind of blending in together before the finally shows. Look at as if the next image is having some sort of blending. It's not just a very smooth sort of transition in between it. So at 20% of the time we are going to spend for the full animation, all right, let the opacity table work. So by 25%, it should start fading out. So by then, the opacity is 0. So opacity value is either 0 or 1. Like there's no in between. Again. So at 80%, you don't even want to see it again. Opacity will still be 0. And then let's also set for 85. Let's also set at 85, we still do not want to see it. We want it to remain invisible. And then at 100%, want it to be fully visible at the end. That is, as the animation is starting all over again, it should be fully visible. Okay, no. If you notice that I said, when I was talking about having some sort of blend in before it fully, it's as if it's blending with the last image before it fully shows up on screen. Let's set 85% to 1. So that before the end of the animation, we can start seeing it small. Rather than mix is going to come in. I don't know if it's there. I am putting it there. But I'm hoping they are understanding it. Amen. Okay. So now let's set the light show. So, let's set the light show, an image, and then the end child. End child 1. Now, end child 1. What am I trying to say? I am specifying the first element that is going to be shown. Being the first image that we said, the end child now, we are talking of the first image that we said. So we apply the animation property to each image in the slide show. So for the first image, we want it to play the slide for, want the total length of this slide to be 12 seconds. You get, so we have 3 images and we want all of them to finish playing for 12 seconds. But at the same time, I also don't want it to stop. If you finish playing, you start all over again. So once it should have a sort of infinite loop, that's what we are going to set now. So for the first child, God, if you don't understand, don't worry, practice makes perfect. Animation for the, we are going to follow our slideshow that we specify it's going to be 12 seconds. Let's look at 12 seconds.
So can you hear me?
What's
Can you hear me?
up? Yeah, I can hear you.
Your voice is cracking. Your voice is cracking.
My voice is cracking. But
Yeah,
can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Right. So, for the first image, we want it to have want it to start from 0 to 4 seconds. Now, because this is for 12 seconds that you have set this to. So want you to play. So how we are going to tell you to stop at the 4th second for the second one to start. We are going to set for the second image, which is the end child of 2. And then we're going to set slideshow, the time, the animation duration, and then the animation delay. This is supposed to start 4 seconds later. This is starting from 0 to 4 seconds, and this is starting from 4 seconds. Now for the third image, animation duration, total animation duration, and we want it to start at the 8th second. So this is, if you calculate everything, the math is actually matching 4, 8, 12, which is the total duration we want our animation to be animated for, in quotes. Okay. I'm hoping you understand this. Okay, so let's go back and even check what we have done. Let's see. You can see it's already visible. It's already quite visible, it's already visible. So we are done with even the major parts. Now we are even almost done. We are really almost done. 5:50. We have 10 more minutes to go. Bam. I think for the assignments would be to make this responsive. Go and be the responsive design and make this. Okay, I've already made it responsive on my own code. Oh. On my code pen, I've already made it responsive. So that can even be an assignment. Kai. Thank God I remember.
Don't worry, there will be a special announcement, more of like a game for them. Another one. This time now game they go play with CSS.
Okay, no problem. So, okay. So we want to start with our card. I think he has, let's not go back. He has the class name of agency name. Agency name. So we want to set it to background of RG. Is that 67? Let's just leave it at this one. I don't have time anyway. Then backdrop filter of blur that is set to 5 pixels. And then we want to have a color, which is variable text color. And then we want the text to be aligned centered. We want the padding to be of 10 pixels. Then we want the margin 20 pixels top and bottom. Yes, there is 0 for left and right. I want border radius 10 pixels. If you go back to our card, you can see it's already looking sharp. Already looking, good. Okay, so for the other, sorry, that's for the agency name. So let's do the card for the main card. Card. I want the card to have a background color of variable card BG. Okay. I also want it to have a backdrop filter, blur. Let's see that's this. Want to have a border radius 10 pixels. You also want it to have a padding of 20 pixels and a margin bottom 180 pixels. So, why is it not showing? What's going on now? Okay, see it here. Oh, I'm so tired. Oh, yes. Okay, it's already visible. So for the side card are supposed to inherit um this anyway. Anyway, I said the background. And also card BG. Then the same backdrop filter, border radius. So the only thing to not have is this margin button. Let me paste this here. Let me go back. Yeah. Okay, yeah. This looks good already. So backdrop filter 5 pixel. Border radius 10 pixel and padding of 20 pixel. Okay. So for our side card, target the side card specifically. We want it to have a text align or center. Oh, sorry. Oh. Sorry. Let me have a background. I think it's already inheriting the background. We don't have straight background anymore. Too much. And also, it's inheriting everything. I think what we need is to set its own padding too. Also, the 20. What's going on here? I don't even have sense like that. Wait, side cards. What am I doing? I am mixing style up. This is supposed to be for side cards. Please. Let me control X this. Then set, set the container to the flex. Basically, I don't wonder it was not moving. Side card. I want it to have a display of flex and justify content of so that I can have, you can flex and also display of flex. If you leave it like that, you can see the way it's looking tacky. We are just going to display it. Want it to display column. Column. So, oh, sorry, justify content column. Rather. Column. Okay. Yay. Then we want it to have a gap in between of 20 pixels. Okay, so this is perfect. This is perfect. Right? So for our footer, let's have the text align of center. There be padding of 20 pixels top and bottom and 0. Yeah. They want it to have a no need for that. What's that place? Do you know how footer? What happened? I don't set anything on my footer. Let me see. Oh, I didn't set anything for footer. That's sad. So beneath our body, just the quick footer there. But I forgot to put it, but then I'm already reaching out the files. So let's just say, what did I write on my office footer? You name this sentence. Okay, let's say contact us. Peter. If you come here, what's going on now? What's going on?
You wrote the footer outside the body tag.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. Oh, that's a correction, right? So, uh-uh. What's going on? Okay, it
No,
should still be in
just
the container. It should still be in the container.
yes, yeah, inside the container.
Yeah, it should be inside the container. It's not in the container. Ah, that was where the two was coming from. Where are we? Almost contact us here. Oh. God, I beg.
Check. It should be inside the main or something because you have
Inside the
just
mail.
yeah,
Yes.
just calm down, settle down, read your code.
I don't tire. Okay. Yeah, you are right. Inside the mail. So let's make this look let's say visually appealing. So for the footer, just want it to be inside the mail. So adding authentication, text align. Why do you not get having this? Okay, I use dot footer instead of footer. Yeah, so that's that. I don't know if I should add any other. Should I make this also have a background of? Let me do this. Let me copy this style and also yeah. We also get this video on it. Padding top. It should also be a padding top for this so that padding top.
No,
Why is it
imagine,
not working?
imagine.
Imagine. Guys, actually, I'm so tired. So let's set margin top, right? This side. Yeah. Voila. Now we are done. Hey, thank God. Okay. So guys, we are finally done. Please don't forget to fill your attendance. 601. So I'm hoping everybody is pleased with the outcome of today's class. I knew this was going to take a lot of time, but we've not had any, should I say, solid project that we've worked on today. We've worked on. So I just said, all right, let's do something nice. Yeah. So talk about grid in the next class. I also give an assignment. If you're not able to cover grid today, you go and read about grid. I think in their manual class, they're able to cover grid. But you go and read about grid though, and we'll just brush straight in the next class. Or we might not even brush straight. We'll just go straight into something else. There'll be a lot of assignments, right? So that you can practice and practice and practice. So this is not responsive yet. I don't have stress at the moment. So on my code pen, I made the response. So you can check it out. Yeah. Thank you very much, guys. Is
So,
there any
so
questions?
yeah. Does anyone have any question before we go? So
Okay,
this means
Jethro.
everybody. Okay.
Jethro.
Yes, good evening, ma. This
Good
is
evening.
indeed a very wonderful presentation.
Thank
But
you.
I have a suggestion. I was
Okay.
opportune to be in the morning class, and
All right.
I'm here in the evening. So I noticed that what you did, Manu did some, and then you could not cover some. So
Yeah.
please, if you are giving the assignment for the benefit of people who are not present in both class, you should see how you can, let me not say make it soft, you should see how you can be considerate so that everybody can ride along. That's just a
Okay.
suggestion, yes.
Okay. All
Okay.
right. So first of all, there was a clash. I'm going to say this. You don't know that, but we were told to teach just Flexbox and animations today, and we already agreed to teach Flexbox and animations. Only for me to see, and I've already drafted out what I was going to teach. Only for me to see that grid was covered. Okay. So I didn't know until late that grid was covered in the morning session. And I've already like laid out, okay, this is what I'm going to teach. I can't start scattering the whole thing to, accommodate it. So if you have questions on grid, as I said, this boot camp, we are going to just give you basics. There will be documentations to read on grid. You can read on it on the Discord. You can ask questions. If there's enough time, we can brush through grid in the next class, just an overview. But please also do your homework. If you understand Flexbox, and I think I've gone through a very, extensive example, like we built a whole stuff with Flexbox. You get, grid should not be a problem if you actually read and understand. Get, so you cannot give you everything. Sorry that grid was taken in the first class and it wasn't taken here. You can also go and check the, I'm coming. You can also check out the recordings if you don't really grab stuff. But I do not think I'm going to go over grid because there's still a lot to cover. I don't know. Depends on how next class is. Okay, so I'm hoping I'm able to answer your question. Or please, I'll drop assignment. Okay, so Yunus, over to you.
So I just want to add concerning the grades. You can just go to like Google or you use your YouTube to learn more on any apart from the grade on any concepts that you are finding difficult, or you can learn more. You can always learn more. You make good use of your smartphone to for resources, and also there will be resources dropping later. And also, I will also drop a flex game that for you all to play. It's like an assignment exercise. So you all should just make sure to play it. It's like 11 to 24. For it's not that difficult. Everything she explained here is there for you to just use it to pass the game. So I will encourage you guys to interact with the game, and yeah, the game will help you understand better on Flexbox and Grid. Yeah, I definitely assure you that. So if you practice, you will definitely learn something out of it. I 100% guarantee you that. So make sure to take this exercise very seriously. And yeah, I will drop the resources in this Discord channel. So after you guys play the game, we'll ask questions. So you guys should make sure to be fair, to play the game well, and so that you could be able to answer most of the questions on the discourse server channel. And doing so, answering question will boost your mark to be ranked among the top 20 of this week. Yeah. So make sure to play the game and understand every concept, not just playing. Make sure you understand what you're doing. Yeah. Thank you.
I think everything has been said. I'm hoping you had a nice time staying in class, and I'm hoping you still go and do more homework. So thank you for joining me into today's class. Don't worry, for the game, it will be dropped on the Discord server. Okay. So all right. See you Tuesday. Have a nice week ahead, and God bless.